Welcome to my channel, Ken here. Today let's take a look at the Mesa Boogie collection by Tonex. Let's go! In the description below, I've left an affiliate link for Sweetwater. You can purchase it there. This piece of music actually had quad-track guitars throughout, except for the lead. And I had to use two different kinds of Tonex tone models in order to kind of match the sound of the amp. So I actually used a triple rectifier with the 33, as well as I used the 33 on the real amp, the Road King 2. And then I layered it with the dual rectifier tone model in there, as you can see in these screenshots. And it kind of got close to the sound of the actual amp. I used the same IR throughout, the Call of Heaven, I think it's called, by Bogren Digital. And in order to make things as even as I could. So that's how this worked. Same thing with the Mark IV that you'll hear at the end. Hey, hit that subscribe button, like and share. Did a quick recording here of the same riff. So basically how this is wired up is that I run into a Shelford channel, just the direct input into the computer, and it has a breakout, so you can, or through plug that sends it through to the amplifier. So I tried, to match the sound of the amplifier to the Tonex and vice versa as close as I could. The first track up here on top, a 808 running into a dual rectifier tone model here. So this is what it sounds like. And the next track down is another tone model. And this time it's the triple rectifier with a 33 on it. Now, I couldn't find in the Tonex library the 33 by itself. So it's not a one-to-one comparison, but this is what this one sounds like. And then over here, I have the Road King dual rectifier with an 808. So I'll loop the whole thing now. So the first track here is the dual rectifier with the 808 boost. The next one is the triple rectifier with the 33 tone model. And the last one is the amp Road King dual rectifier with a 33 boost. So they all been level matched here. Here we have the Road King with the 33, same setup on the Tonex. So I'll just loop this part here. Obviously, it's not a one-to-one comparison. I don't have these specific tone modeled amps here, but to me, it's pretty obvious that trying to match something like this is going to be pretty tricky. These are 90s amps too. But anyway, speaking of that, speaking of being 90s amps, so I have a early Rev G here. This is maybe from 95. That's the closest 90s amp I have. Did the same thing with an 808 in front. Same tone models as before. And I want to point out something here. In order to keep things as much as a level playing field here, what I did was I loaded a Call on Heaven by Bogren Digital on all of these, including the real amps. So try to keep the cabinet exactly the same, and it is the same IR on all these examples. So the last test here is also the Rev G, but this time with the 33 on the real amp. The Tonex models are the same. What I found very quickly, obviously, as you can hear here, is that the real amps sound a lot drier and more forward and fuller. Found that curious because it's exactly the same performance here. This collection by Tonex of the Mesa Boogie amps, they're basically from the 90s, and I guess I'm not sure exactly what the dual rectifier version of this is, but it's curious that they used the 33 as a boost on the triple rectifier. In order to boost the dual rectifier, I used the 808. They don't have a tone model of the 33 that I could find. Maybe somebody has it out there on the site, but I couldn't find it. So that was kind of curious, and it's interesting how you can set it in front of the amp and it'll still work as a boost to a certain degree. It's pretty hard to test against the real amp because how did they dial it in and all those kind of things. It is good that you can remove the cabinet in these so you don't have that as a variable here, and you can put your own IR in there. But Tonex is pretty cool that way, that you have all these options and snapshots. And do I recommend this Mesa Boogie collection? Sure, for $100. I mean, you get a lot of tones with this, but it is from the 90s, so it's not really that modern, if that's what you're looking for. But if you're looking for that Mesa Boogie sound, sure, do it. Why don't you pick it up on the Tonex website? Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, take care.